As you may have heard, because we talked about it on WBOC, the Peninsula has a new sports team with a ridiculously fun name, the Salisbury Stakes. Yes, and they will be playing the very first game soon.
This Saturday, as a matter of fact, the Crown Sports Center in Fruitland, you can catch the Stakes. Gosh, I love that name.
It is a great name.
And we also love that we have Jim Duffy, author of Secrets of the Eastern Shore, who says this Stakes name jogged his memory and reminded him of how Delmarva has a role in the history of steak eating.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So this is takes us to a long time ago in Sussex County?
Somerset County.
Somerset County.
Okay.
1890s. All right. There's a young guy, it's the middle of nowhere in Somerset County, way below Marion Station and Crisfield.
Okay.
Guy named Charlie Burdell was growing up there. As a kid, he had a problem. He hated farm work. He lived on a farm. All he wanted to do was like tinker with tools and fix things and be in a workshop, and he wanted to be a blacksmith. So he starts fixing wagons, he starts fixing oyster tongs, he's fixing tools, he's doing everything. He's still a teenager, he's got like 20 employees, he's built a 2-story building on the farm in order to do this. He's got one big problem though. Every boy in Somerset County has their eye on a girl named Ruth. And this is where it takes a little Christmas turn. Charlie builds a sleigh for himself, complete with the bells, shows up at church one Sunday in his sleigh, and needless to say, Ruth is happy to go for a ride with him afterwards. And she always said that she never forgot the look on his face as she climbed into his sleigh.
Oh my.
Yeah. In the warmer weather, he built a wagon, and all his friends had a nickname for that wagon. It was the HCT. He built the seat real small, close together, so they had to sit real close together. HCT stood for huddle close together. Anyway, business takes off, everything goes great. He's fixing things, he's making wagons, disaster strikes, there's a fire. So that's when he finds his way to church. He was a devout Baptist, always says that finding his way to God at that time helped him get back on his feet. And he started making knives for oyster shuckers. And one of the oyster shucking clients that he had told him he should make ice tongs. So he makes ice tongs. Goes crazy. One of his clients in the 1920s, 1930s, Coca-Cola Company is one of his clients. So it's kind of a national thing going on. And this first generation of the story ends kind of tragically. Charlie dies very young, suddenly on a business trip about the age of 50. And his sons take over the business. And then it's like deja vu all over again. Because there's a guy named Tim Culver who's another tinkerer in Somerset County, and he just makes all these various things, tobacco pipes and knives and things like that. And he does some work on the side for the Burdell Company. And he's grateful for this work, and so on Christmas in 1946, he gives a gift to the Burdell brothers who are running the company. And the gift is a letter opener. One of the Burdell brothers, named Tom, takes a look at this letter opener and sees how elegantly carved and perfectly balanced it is and says, this is not a letter opener. This belongs on dining room tables all over the country. So he goes to work. He travels all over the country, laying the groundwork for sales. They get a big marketing campaign. They sell, when they put it on the market in the early 1950s, they sell $1 million in the first month. And where we get back to the stakes is that this is, as far as I can tell, the first time anyone marketed something as a steak knife.
Isn't that interesting?
The country. It was the first time. So if anybody's thinking about going out there on Saturday night to see the Salisbury Steaks, you could like make a banner. It would be like slice them up. Steaks. Or carvel them into pieces. Carvel them into pieces. So I expect to see some creative banners out there from all of your viewers.
Jim Duffy, you are magnificent.
Thank you so much.
Wow. Goodness gracious.